Hey everybody, welcome back to Boatful Sailing. Well, I'm not sailing today, but we'll be back soon. Back with Captain Tris, and we'll be out looking at some more boats. So, see you soon. Hey everybody, welcome back to Boatful Sailing. Thanks for tuning in last week and thanks for watching this week. I am flying solo this week. Canadian Ken's off skiing, which is what apparently Canadians do. So I'm on my own, but I'm up in Brooksville, Maine. I'm in a really dark boatyard boat barn. It's as cold and dark as a tomb in here. So I'm going to do my best to light this beautiful boat up and show it to you. And she is a 1984 Sea Sprite 34. Bill Luders design, built by CE Ryder down in Bristol, Rhode Island between the years of 1980 and 1986. She's one of 45 that were made. Her asking price, $49,500. The owner's selling because he's aging out of sailing, and he's owned her for about 12, 13 years, and he's the third owner. The previous two hardly used her, and he's done a ton of upgrades, and I'm excited to show you. So let's go take a look. All right, let's get started. First, we're going to start in the cockpit, which I have to say for a 34-foot boat is huge. Easily seating for 4 or 6, and you've got nice long benches that one could easily lie down on. That's over 6 feet for sure. And we're looking at the port side right here. Nice port locker. And under that foil there, you have a new stainless steel hot water heater, which is run off the engine. While we're down here, you have a gusher pump and ship-to-shore power, which is great. But what I really like about this cockpit is this nice teak grating down here on the floor. And that's great for keeping water off your feet if you ship anywhere, if it's raining and gross. It keeps your feet a little bit drier. Here is your engine control panel, and we'll get to that in a minute because you're going to really like it. But by and large, this cockpit is fantastic. On the starboard side, you've got a smaller locker. And that's just got some supplies in there, like some Epiphanis and some propane for your magma gas grill back there, which is really nice. You've got primary self-tailing winches that are Variant, and you've got smaller secondaries that are not self-tailing, but those look to be in nice shape. Nice high coamings for your back, nice support, nice cubbies for winch handles and whatnot. And one thing I want to show you is the tow rail is actually painted a burgundy paint with a burgundy paint color, and that minimizes the amount of bright work he has to do, which is actually pretty fantastic. Now, looking back around toward the companionway, nice and spacious up here, nice and clean. Thing of note, new Garmin GPS chart plotter, 2 years old. Also, you've got auto helm on this, which is fantastic. Nice wheel here. Engine controls, here's your throttle and your shifter. And then working our way aft, he's got a temporary seat here that he has put in to give better viewing for the helmsman, but that's temporary, that comes right out. And then in your aft lazarette, which has a little bit of solar here, you've just got more storage. But you can see it's nicely painted, clean, and bright in there. Not bad. Pretty slick. Now, a thing of note is this. This is a modification that the owner made to this boat, which is he made it a yawl. So he added this, what you see here, this short mizzen mast, which is actually carbon fiber and stainless. So it supports not only his HD Garmin radar, it has a mizzen main that he can run in various conditions. And he has said that with the mizzen up and his Genoa, he can handle a big blow. He can roll in that jib a little bit and have his mizzen up, and he said he's been out with something like 52 knots of breeze and was happy as a clam. So pretty sweet. Now the great thing about it is if you're not a fan of the yawl, you can either remove this, which can be done, or you can use it as a radar tower and put a shorter post on for your radar. But either way, a really neat configuration, and gives you options as a sailor for different conditions. I like it. All right, let's work our way up onto the foredeck. But first thing I want to note is your jib fairlead system is inboard. It's not on your tow rail, so you're going to get some nice sheeting angles, but that looks robust and nice. And again, I want you to note the size of that tow rail, almost a bulwark there, which is fantastic. Nice security if you're walking up on the bow. In case your foot slips, you're going to bump up against that, which is fantastic. Nice big ports here, all of these open, and a really nice eyebrow here, which I really love. I love that look. Here's your frame for your Dodger. And working our way up the starboard side deck, you can see your chain plates. 1, 2, 3, they all look great. They're not all the way to the edge to your tow rail or the coach roof, so it can be a bit of a toe stubber if you're not careful, but not bad. Here's a Dorade box here. You see this green tape. He's just doing some work on these, and there is a chrome Dorade that goes on this. And he's installed a second Dorade box over there, which is going to house a solar vent, which is fantastic. But nice handrails. These are great. And your leads for your halyards and whatnot back to your clutches, which are back by your traveler system, which is on the coach roof just past the companionway there. You've got a center hatch over your main salon, and then a second one up over your V-berth. Both of those are Bomar. And working our way further up, you're going to notice you got a nice, beautiful windlass. This is fantastic. Your controls are right here, and a nice plow-style anchor. And look at this, your chocks and your roller all integrated into this one massive piece, which is beautiful. That is really nice. I don't know if this is original gel coat and paint up here, but nonetheless, it looks to be in great shape. Nice pulpit here. And another thing of note, he did recently replace the lifelines with stainless steel in case he wanted to do any offshore racing, which is a regulation that you need to adhere to. So this is all new. They are coated plastic from the gate aft, but those are also new. Here's a good look at your boom, which is painted aluminum. And working our way down the port side, you've got a whisker pull here, it looks like. There is also a spinnaker on this boat, by the way. You've got roller furling. It's a fractional rig, 2/3 fractional. And we'll put a picture up on your screen so you can see it. But if you notice this here, those are battens. You've got a full batten main on this, which is fantastic. This boat's going to perform pretty well. Really, really nice. It's in really nice condition, I have to say. I'm actually astonished at the condition of this. It looks beautiful. Working our way aft on port side, you see your HD radar dome here. So you've got radar. Again, here's your traveler system, which is great. And that is the outlet for a stove down below. You're gonna really like that. So nice look up onto the bow. Really pretty lines on this boat. Nice shear, which you'll be able to see in the pictures, but you can feel it just walking up to the bow. Really, really nice. I'm blown away by this boat, I gotta say. I really love it. And I wanna show you something over there. I don't know if you can see it, but tucked in there, I'll get a shot when we're down on the hard, is Iota, the North Sea 27 that we profiled. There she is. I love that boat. I can't believe she hasn't sold. Anyway, let's go down below and check out the living quarters on this boat. You're gonna like it. All right, everybody, I am down below and it's really cold. You can probably see my breath. I apologize. It is freezing. But first thing I want you to note is headroom. I am 6'1" and I'm wearing some shoes, so there's plenty of headroom in here for me, which is really nice. And I have to say, this down below is pretty awesome. So just a quick look around. We'll do a better tour in a second, but I want to bring your attention to the galley. Nice little galley here. You've got a gimbaled oven and stove, and apparently the oven part of it is not currently working. The cooktop is working. So it is propane, the lockers in the cockpit, which I'll show you. And nice double sink here. Ice box. Plenty deep. Looks like it's got decent insulation. Perfect. And you've got some sliding cabinets. All this functions as it should. And it looks like maybe this is, yeah, dry storage. Look at that. That is deep. You can get a lot of stuff in there. Very nice. So coming forward on starboard, you've got a nice settee here. Fantastic. A lot of storage stuff. He's been doing some work on the boat. A lot of stuff here that wouldn't be here necessarily all the time. But all this looks great. Nice louvered doors to allow for some ventilation. Various safety equipment in here. All this looks to be in really good condition. This bulkhead is white, and he painted it that way to brighten it up down here because it's a lot of wood. And that also looks like it was done in a nice fashion. And then coming over to port again, more storage louvered there so it gets airflow. You've got some speakers, obviously. Oh, look at this. Cruising guide to the Maine coast. That looks like an old edition. Sailor's Sailor right there. Okay, port settee. Storage behind, that's all Velcroed. She holds 100 gallons of water, and she has an 18-gallon holding tank for black water, and I believe she holds 18 or 20 gallons of diesel. So pretty good, and if I get those numbers wrong, I'll put the correct ones up on the screen. But what I wanted to also point out is all of these ports do open up, which is really, really nice. So you can get some good ventilation in here. Same here on port side. So very nice. And then a nice item of note is a nice little wood stove. Takes wood or little briquettes. How nice is that? So he was on anchor for 30 days last summer, and he used this a lot on those colder mornings and as we got into the shoulder seasons, and he says it's really, really nice. And I agree. That would be pretty nice to have. So pretty nice. A nice handhold here for when you come down. You've got hand grips up here. All this is fantastic. Nice curtains. All this is very nice. All right, so let's get some more lighting up in the V-berth and we'll go check it out. Ah, there's a chain plate. Looks to be in great shape. Let's see if we can find another one here. Looks like you might have to take some things apart to get to some of your other chain plates there and there, but the one we can find looks great. All right, I love the doorway here. Nice arch here all the way down and around. Really looks nice. Working our way up into the V-berth. You can see immediately on the port side, these are your cockpit cushions, but all the fabric on the berth cushions looks fantastic. Nice little filler piece here that goes right here, but look at the curvature of that woodwork. Really beautiful. I love it. So squeezing our way up in here, nicely finished off with wood, which gives it a nice, comfortable, cozy feeling up here. There's your anchor locker up there, and some netting here for storing blankets and such. You got lights and a shelf, which is fantastic, and opening ports under here, and your Bomar hatch up here, and an opening port on port as well. So you got a nice bifold door here, and look at that. Fantastic. Nice woodwork in here is just beautiful. I'm a big fan. And you got a little outlet up here of sorts, but really nice. So you can sleep two up here and two back here in the main salon. And then you also do have a quarter berth. A little bit tighter in there, but serviceable. Very nice. All right, let's go check out the head. So the first thing I want to note is you've got a nice louvered slatted head door here, and opens and closes beautifully, which is what you want to see. And you've got a nice graded floor, and you've got a foot pump there, but you also have pressurized water, and there is your toilet, opening port there, which is great, and durade ventilation as well. And in the back right corner there, you'll see a switch. That's for your sump pump, which means that you've got a shower, which is your shower head right here. So a nice, tidy head, nice toilet. You've got the 18-gallon holding tank, and you've got the macerator pump. So you are good to go offshore, and you can fill up the holding tank. You can pump it out once you're 3 miles offshore, or you can pump it out at a pump out station. But decent headroom in here, and the fact that it's got a shower and a sump pump, you're good to go. I love it. And that holding tank, that's really great. So let's keep moving. Before we go see the engine, just wanted to point out that this is a keel step mast, and this is your keel step right there, and all that looks in fantastic shape. So no keel bolts. She's an encapsulated lead keel, and that is really good news. And the other thing I forgot to mention, a little out of place here, but I'm just going to mention it anyway. The mast has got a Tides Marine track on it, which means the mainsail goes up and down, really liquidy split, and that there is a lazy bag or stack pack on it, and it just drops right in. So really easy to single hand this boat and not have to muss and fuss with a main that gets jammed up on its track. So that was added recently, and apparently it works beautifully. All right, now let's find the engine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this is incredible. So not only is this boat beautiful and in impeccable condition, the diesel engine, brand new. It was installed in 2024, less than 50 hours on it. It was just used last season. Beta Marine in like new condition. Isn't that fantastic? Holy smokes. So I took out the companionway steps, and then there was a board behind it, and then part of the countertop. All of it came out in less than 30 seconds. And this access is unparalleled. That is unbelievable. You can reach the whole engine, and there is access through the port locker to get to your transmission, which is a Hertz transmission. And you've got a new stainless steel prop shaft and a 3-bladed bronze prop, which we'll see when we go down on the hard. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is worth the price of admission. Brand new Beta Marine diesel engine. Unreal. You treat that thing kindly, you're going to get 15, 20 years out of it. So that's why the asking price is what it is. So let's go down and take a look at the hull and the keel. All right, everybody, you're going to have to use your imagination a little bit here. We're stuck in here cheek to jaw with other boats, and there's ladders and whatnot, but we'll put some pictures up so you can get a full sense of her profile out of the water. But by and large, here she is. Original gel coat, which we always prefer. Nice red cove stripe, red boot stripe, green bottom paint. She was stripped down and rebarrier coated in 2012. There's one old repair here, which looks fine, but just to note it, but for a 1984 boat, not bad. All right, here is your full keel with your cutaway forefoot. It's a 5-foot draft. And walking back, you can see your nice bronze prop and an aperture with a line cutter here. That zinc will need to be replaced at some point, no big deal. And a nice keel hung rudder with no place for line to get in and get snagged anywhere. Really looks to be in great shape. I love this configuration down here. It's one of the better ones, especially for Maine waters. Her name's Ella, hails from Blue Hill. There are your aft chain plates. Oh, this looks great. Another rub mark there, no big deal. But she is just shy of 35 feet overall and 24 on the water, so almost a 10-foot overhang. We're going to work our way up the starboard side here. Her beam is 10 1/4, and she is a heavy displacement boat. Comfort ratio of over 30, I think it's 33, and a nice stiff boat too, around 39. And if any of those numbers are wrong, I'll put the correct ones on the screen, but this boat is going to feel great in a sea state. Nice bow, spoon bow, and this is a good look down the hull at her keel. And that's, like I said up top, that's encapsulated, so no keel bolts, no muss, no fuss, and just needs a nice wax and buff. And there's no look at that painted tow rail, which I quite like, actually. Low maintenance versus teak. So she is a really great boat. I love it. All right, everybody. Pretty special boat. In fact, one of the nicer ones we've seen. I just wish Canadian Ken were here to see it with me. I had no idea it was going to be this great, and I am blown away by it. I mean, this thing is ready to go, and she's ready to go now. You've got a brand new Beta Marine 25 horsepower diesel engine with less than 50 hours on it. You've got a brand new Garmin chart plotter that's less than 2 years old with HD radar. You've got a windlass, you've got a macerator, you've got a full batten main, you've got the mizzen main, which you can keep or lose. I would keep it because with the fractional rig configuration, you've got a lot of sail options, and you can do a lot. You can handle a big blow with just your mizzen up in a reefed jib. And you've got your prop and an aperture, you've got a full encapsulated keel. I mean, gosh, what is not to like about this boat? She'll sleep 5 comfortably. She holds 50 gallons of water, and you can just take off and disappear for a long while. So I love it. Now, I'm going to put the broker's contact information in the description below. Her name's Annie Gray. She's fantastic. And $49.5 is the asking price. And we really appreciate your support. If you haven't yet subscribed to the Boat Fools Report, please do so. Thank you to all of you who have. That's fantastic. The support's been really great. And please don't forget to click like, please subscribe, please share, and please have a great day. And thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.